Today, I'm making Japanese curry. For protein, I'm using pork loin, but you can use similar cuts of chicken or beef. For vegetables, we have potatoes, onion, celery, carrot, and green bell pepper. And of course, we have a curry spice mix. I'm also using apple and honey to add the sweetness that Japanese curry is known for. And lastly, we have the egg and panko for the breading. It's quite easy to just use an instant Japanese curry spice mix, but I decided I want to try making it from scratch. So there's no one single curry spice, instead just a blend of other spices. I researched several different recipes online, and each one listed different spices and quantities. I averaged all these different recipes into a spice blend that made sense to me. Cinnamon, cumin seeds, cloves, fennel seeds, cardamom, black pepper, fenugreek, and coriander, and also some turmeric. To start the spice mix, toast them in a pan on medium heat until they become smoky and fragrant. The smell should be really strong and smell like curry. Blend in a food processor until fine and powdery. And then I'll have a taste. It's strong and fragrant and tastes like curry. Store in an airtight jar for future use. So we'll get to work chopping up the vegetables. I'm using a lot more vegetables than usual. I do this for the texture and flavor, but also to make the meal healthier. Otherwise, the dish would be mostly spices over rice and meat, and it's always good to eat vegetables. I like the vegetables to be nearly melted, so I cut them finely. If you want bigger chunks, just cut them bigger, you dingus. Start the stew by heating up some oil on medium heat. Add the onions and sweat them until soft. Then add the carrots, celery, and green pepper. Next, add the potatoes and apple. Continue cooking out the moisture until the vegetables get soft. To start the seasoning, we'll add a knob of butter and a tablespoon of flour. Turn the heat to low. Here we'll add the curry mix, either from the instant pack or the homemade one. I'll add about 2 tablespoons to start. And to make things more interesting, I'll add a tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. And then squirt in some honey. Fill the pot with water to cover all ingredients. The taste is still pretty mild, so I'll add some more of the curry mix and also some cayenne pepper. And lastly, a good amount of salt. Then bring to a simmer and cover for about 30 minutes. We need to occasionally stir the bottom of the pot to prevent burning. Next, for the protein, we will set up a station of panko breadcrumbs and a beaten egg. First, dip both sides of the meat into the egg, and then into the panko, and then double dip back into the egg and the panko. Now let's get a non-stick frying pan and heat up some oil on medium-low heat. I'm not frying on high heat because the breading will burn before the meat is fully cooked. Leave it to fry for 5 minutes. flip over and let the other side cook for 2 more minutes. When it's finished cooking, lay it on a plate with a paper towel and let it rest. Now there's a lot of tasty juices left by the pork. I don't want to lose that, so I'll add it to the curry. We can hear the nice crispy texture of the fried panko. After letting it rest, I'll cut the pork into strips. And I'll take a treat for myself. After the curry has stewed for an hour, I have the thickness that I want. To serve, I have a plate of white rice in a half circle. I'll lay cuts of pork over the rice and pour the curry stew over the other half of the plate. And there we have an iconic plate of Japanese curry. Since I added some extra cayenne and spices, the curry is pretty spicy. It's not too overwhelming with the sweetness from the apple and honey. The vegetables has lended its flavors and texture, making it savory and thick. The curry has strong, satisfying flavors, and is paired perfectly with the white rice. Bye-bye.